This is the story of our Chulele Mezcal, handcrafted in Oaxaca during the Guelaguetza Festival. As the sun rises over Matatlán, the workers arrive for the Guelaguetza Espadín harvest. Before they begin cutting the agave, they sharpen their traditional tools by hand in the cool morning air.
En otros lados ya no lo trabajan como aquí, con la piedra y el caballo. Ahorita ya se idearon con la tecnología, ya se ideó otro tipo de maquinaria que muele con el molino, pero no sale igual. Y aquí en Mazatlán todavía se elabora con la leña, porque hay lugares que ya puro con gas y es diferente el sabor, es como el pan de leña, es diferente al de gas, es lo mismo con gas.
These agave plants have taken between 7 and 8 years to be ready for today's harvest, with the piñas weighing as much as 400 pounds. This batch of Chulele is being produced during the Guelaguetza Festival, a month-long celebration of Oaxacan indigenous culture. This year, the official Guelaguetza events took place from Monday the 25th of July to Monday the 1st of August. The word Guelaguetza is from the Zapoteco language and translates to an exchange of gifts and services. These amazing celebrations take place throughout the state of Oaxaca, with the main events taking place in the capital, Oaxaca de Juárez. As the full moon rises over the mountains that seem to surround Matatlán, the hardwood fire is lit in the darkness of the early morning. Once it has gotten sufficiently hot, the oven is filled with volcanic rocks.
Más que nada nos sentimos a gusto que el trabajo salga bien. Cuando horneamos el maguey llegue a ser bien cocido y pues ese es un buen trabajo para el productor del mezcal, porque una vez bien cocida el maguey es cuando se trabaja mejor, ¿sí? Se machuca mejor y es un buen trabajo para los que se encargan a la destilación del proceso del mezcal.
The agave is quartered by axe prior to loading into the oven. While the oven heats to the right temperature, the maguey is stacked in a ring around the outside. Wet maguey fiber from a previous distillation is placed on the rocks to prevent burning of the agave. An expertly assembled oven is truly a work of art.
Es un trabajo artesanal y un trabajo que ha llegado a muchas personas y sentimos contentos de hacer este trabajo.
For the next 5 days, the maguey will slowly cook. This cooking process will convert the maguey starch into simple sugars that will be fermented into our mezcal.
Este es el agua bendita.
Guelaguetza celebrates the indigenous traditions from 8 distinct regions that are Oaxaca. This troupe is from a town in the Istmo de Tehuantepec. The maguey has been slowly cooking for the past 5 days. It's time to uncover the oven, still smoking and perfectly roasted.
El mezcal, pues es una tradición, ¿no? Porque la Guelaguetza es cuando todos los pueblos de Oaxaca se unen para presentar sus bailes en la capital. ¿Y qué más representativo que un buen mezcal?
This gives our mezcal its distinct smoky aroma and taste. Mezcal is a central part of the Guelaguetza celebration, along with the unique indigenous dances, music, and regional textiles, and much, much more mezcal. Crushing the maguey breaks up the starch and releases the simple sugars. Then the fermentation of the mash converts those sugars into alcohol.
Sí, pues aquí ya está el maguey machucado como al mediodía. Le vamos a echar agua caliente para que sea la primera fermentación.
Israel then loads the mash by hand into the fermentation vats using a wheelbarrow. Warm water is added to the mash and fermentation begins. It occurs naturally with bacteria in the air, on the pine wood of the vats, and in the mash itself. The Guelaguetza Festival in Oaxaca City is often referred to as La Fiesta Maxima, the biggest celebration of the year. Festivities begin in early July, before the official start date, bringing the 8 distinct indigenous regions of Oaxaca together to share traditions of music, dance, food, and textiles. To represent their indigenous traditions and community sharing, performers give away food, artisanal crafts, and other special gifts.
Ahorita pues esta tina ya está lista para destilarse, es la primera destilación que se va a hacer.
As part of the first distillation, Luis pours all of the vat's contents, including the fibrous mash, into the copper still. The stills are wood-fired. Traditionalists believe that wood fire is a critical element for creating a true mezcal. This Guelaguetza was extra special, as it was the first celebration since 2019. You could feel the energy in Oaxaca. It was palpable and powerful. To make this a true artisanal mezcal, we distill the ordinario from the first distillation a second time, increasing the alcohol content of this batch from the original 20% to over 50%.
El primer chorro, agarrar la mitad de la jicarita y con la veneciana esta, agarras y lo succionas. Lo alzas más o menos a esta altura para que se produzcan las perlas, las burbujas. Entonces de eso te basas tú y mires el tamaño de las burbujas.
Luis uses this jicara cup to capture the mezcal dripping from the still. It is a traditional cup made from the gourd of the crescentia tree, often used for drinking mezcal. Using a long pipe often made of carrizo, our mezcalero sucks in a sample of mezcal, then lets a stream flow into the jicara. The bubbles that form on the surface are called perlas, or pearls. With his trained eye, Luis accurately determines the alcohol level of this batch of Chulele Mezcal. When sealed, these few bottles capture this unique moment in Oaxaca. This unique moment that is Guelaguetza. The energy of the music, the dance, the people, and the land that make Oaxaca special. Everything in the environment has influenced this mezcal's powerful flavor notes and aromas. The interaction of pollen, natural yeast, and the ambient energy during open-air fermentation has given rise to this one-of-a-kind mezcal. The endless processions in El Centro, the joyous Oaxacans dancing in the streets to their traditional music and wearing their handmade textiles. With spinning effigies and endless flowers, there is a wonderful energy that is all captured in this hand-labeled bottle of Chulele Mezcal.